Hello, everyone, and welcome to another dev stream. So, my name is Pyrit. I am the community manager for Vigor, and today I am here with Zane, our executive producer,
Howdy, howdy.
and with Johanny, our lead programmer.
Hey,
So, please just let us know in the chat if you can hear us correctly, and we will jump right in. Okay, sounds fine. All right. Thank you for the clarification, and once again, welcome to today's dev stream. So, what we will be covering today, we have some news on Season 8 and on the new features that will be available with the new update. And we also have some questions that you have asked us on social media yesterday, so we will be covering those as well. And then when we have the time, we will also jump into the chat and answer some of your live questions. So anyway, hello again, everyone in the chat. And I think that we can jump right in. So should we start with the new battle pass and the game and so on with
sure,
the new
maybe
season?
we can just
All right, so I will
quickly add the new stuff.
start the game.
Yeah.
So here you can see one of the first exciting things. We have 2 new packs already with the new season. This is customization from one of our new packs. It's the Prey pack. And the community was really asking for something more fleshy, so we tried to do it with this particular pack. Let us know in the chat, guys, how do you like it?
I actually love this pack. Like, I love the pun of the hoodie. Like, this is my new main. This is
Yeah.
my new outfit.
Yeah,
Totally
absolutely.
Yeah, should we show the content of the pack or I don't know?
We can, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show the new stuff. So,
You're driving today, right, Johanny? You got the controller in hand, so they're gonna be hunting you in encounters.
yeah. They're actually not displayed. It's all right. Never mind, that was a bad idea.
Never mind, we can do into the wardrobe and
Yeah.
show off the other jacket and the bunny ears and so on.
Yeah, let's show the new stuff.
So in the Prey pack, you have 2 jackets. One of them is this pink one, and then you have a different option. Yeah,
This one.
which is the gray one. And you have 2 sets of bunny ears.
Indeed. So these, the white ones, and then the pink one.
Mhm.
Then there is also
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
wolf hat.
absolutely love this. This is so ridiculous,
with a
but
bunch
absolutely amazing.
of agreed. So yeah, that's to unleash your inner wolf and I don't know, like bunny wolf thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
I now have something to wear while I'm hiding in a bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm stalking my prey with the wolf outfit, and sometimes I'm running for my life as a bunny.
And when it comes to the second pack, this is something that we do not have in game right now. We won't be able to show you, so you will have to wait for the full release. Another thing that is prepared for Season 8 is obviously the new Battle Pass season, so we can
Yeah.
definitely showcase this one as well.
So let's go. So
What's new?
Yeah, the theme of the new season is trappers. So we are going like nature and hunters. So there is a bunch of new cosmetics as usual with this jacket, for instance. A bunch of it's very like animal-y forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's really the theme.
Rustic survivalists, like to think of like trappers is out there in the outlands and the encounters that there's people who are going to be surviving off the land, and this is kind of those people that you're seeing as the trappers. Sorry.
Exactly. So I can quickly show a bunch of cosmetics. We even have that nice Ushanka.
Yeah, this one is absolutely.
Yeah, this one everybody in the team loved it from the get-go. Like even like
Yes.
the day that Adonis revealed the first concept art, everybody like was like there was everybody was drawing hats on their screen and things like that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
We just love this one. So I hope you guys will also love it because yeah, that's one of my favorite. It looks so good.
And judging from the chat, everyone is loving the bunny ears. So
Neat.
expected.
Yeah, that's like the maximal level of trolling, right? When you manage to snatch a very good kill with those bunny ears, like your opponent really feels
Yeah,
so
exactly.
bad, right? So yeah, I'm quickly showing. So this is the new title, and yeah, as I was telling you, like the backpack, so many people were loving it that we decided to use it even like for the title, like some
Yeah.
reference to it. And so this is the result. So that's the level 1, and then I can quickly
And I
show.
like how it looks mounted, right? Like I think it fits the aesthetics of trappers so well. Like it's almost like a mounted skull you'd see in a house somewhere. So
Yeah,
it works very
exactly.
well. Beautiful.
And also we were talking about it like on our last stream that many players were asking about new titles, so this is one of them.
Indeed. So yeah, then there is this magnificent hat.
Oh yeah.
It's actually featured on the key out. I don't know if I like it or not yet, but we'll see in time.
True. Like it's much less fleshy than the bunny ears, obviously.
Yeah. It's when you want to hide, right? Well, then we have this new outfit. So pretty cool. You can see
Yeah,
how
it
it
looks
goes.
extremely good with the backpack. Like.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. And now that's one of the novelty for this season. That's the new sniper rifle, the PHM-82. So yeah, as usual, we're giving it in the battle pass, and then along with it, there is a bunch of skins for the premium tier owners. So yeah, this one is very carbon. Looks good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once we are at it, in this new update there will be only one weapon available, which is this new sniper rifle. We wanted to scale down on the new weapons, really focus on the ones that we currently have, improve the shooting part of the game and stuff like that. So we plan on scaling it down with the new weapons and rather focus on the old ones. Am I right, Zane?
Yep. Yeah, you kind of summarized it up from the last stream very well. Like that's our focus is working on the guns we have, and slowly trickling new weapons in as the seasons go on, but not as much as you saw before. We're putting in 3-4 different style of weapons. What right now, you see the new sniper rifle, and this one is actually really interesting and really cool. I want to see how the gameplay will change with this, because it does have a little bit more kick to its bolt action-ness, and that's not even a word, but. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, we're really focusing on balancing and finding the good gunplay of the game with all the weapons we have. Plus, we talked about melee last time we were on here, where it's still, I think, an area of opportunity for the game in general. So yeah, the focus is less weapons for right now and more polish on the weapons and gunplay. Also, hold on, I have to do it because a lot of people have asked. As Tiny has mentioned, the handsome man in the middle, that's Johanny, our lead programmer here on Vigor.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
introduction of who you are.
We completely forgot about the introduction.
No, you said it. No. You didn't
Like
do it?
I
think
said
you
your
did.
name, but you haven't explained like what you do.
Oh, should I speak about me? No.
Yeah, you
it's
should.
boring.
So tell
yeah.
us a bit about yourself, Johnny.
Wow. Do I really need to? Because tomorrow there is my interview going live, so maybe we can
That's
just tell
right.
people that.
Stay tuned
Oh.
for that. There will
Yeah.
be an interview with Johnny coming out tomorrow on all of our social media. But you can still tell a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So I joined Vigor Bohemia 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and I was doing backend programming up until very recently. In November, I became the lead programmer, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I like to focus on making the game more stable. Yeah, I can. Can I mention people in this?
You can, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm watching Half Metal Fox, and the videos where he was trying to break the servers, that was just amazing. I was in my couch and I was delighted watching them. Like I was like, yeah, this guy is doing the smart stuff to break the server. And thanks to that, we even made some changes, and it will be coming to the next update. So yeah, Half Metal Fox, you can continue on this.
Nice, good. So we have the introduction out of the table. So we have looked at the new Battle Pass season. Let's talk a bit about what else is new, because this update wasn't really packed with new features, and we rather focused on the new battle pass, many fixes.
Yeah, that is true.
So we can definitely elaborate on that. What do you guys would you like to start with?
God.
Zane?
Oh man. Oh no, don't put that
Or-
on me because I'm like,
all
do we-
right,
do we
so-
talk about the elephant in the room that we hinted at last time, or are we still not talking? Like,
I,
there's so many,
think
like,
I think that we can. We definitely can mention that.
I'm gonna let her control that conversation piece. You know what? You're running this show. You get to decide when we reveal that.
All right, so I already saw some questions in the chat. We cannot disclose much just yet, but you can see that next to the current season tab, there is also legacy seasons tab.
Should
Right
I
now,
swap to this?
you can. Right now, there is not much in there because we are still
Yep.
working on this feature. It's something that we have been working on for quite a while. So, Zane, do you want to speak on this?
Yeah, sweet. So you gave me the introduction. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get yelled at because marketing did it. But yeah, so as you kind of saw there in chat, and chat started to notice, what is Legacy Seasons? Legacy Seasons is a way to give back and play those seasons that you may have missed out on an Xbox player. Maybe it's your first time in. Switch and PlayStation are brand new to the environments and to the game itself. So these are a way for you as players to get those weapons, to get those plans, to unlock those abilities of those things that you're missing. One of the biggest part the community's talked about on PlayStation recently has been like, how do I get my armored plate? How do I get a portable, right? How do I craft these? I don't have blueprints.
So
How do I
true.
get this weapon? And now you have the ability of going through the legacy seasons to unlock these and play. We will be releasing seasons later down the road. We'll be talking more about how seasons will come out, how they'll drop, but we will be releasing those out so players have the opportunity to go through them. And it's a new system to kind of get guys who maybe have never got to finish that battle pass that they were working on, a couple months back, maybe a few seasons ago. Now they can pick up and play and get back to what they were doing and maybe grinding out some stuff they missed. Because I'm the same way. Like season 2, season 3 stuff, like law enforcement, I missed out so much on the outlaw stuff. And it's like now gives me the opportunity to go back and play some of that content and get some of that stuff I missed. And then yeah, I'm actually excited. This is something I think, oh God, correct me if I'm wrong. What we're talking 9-8 months in development, plus like a real big push in the last 4 months of trying to get it into the game. Like we wanted to do it 3 times and we had to hold off.
Yeah.
And it was just getting
Exactly.
the polish and everything right for
There
it.
was
So
some
this
in and
is-
out because the team was changing a lot recently, and so the people that were working on it initially, then they didn't have the time to do it. So I some of my code is actually in that feature, so that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So we worked on it like for a long time, but not full time, right? It was
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that was the hardest thing about it, is like we really wanted to get it in before Christmas was our shot to try it. We wanted to get it at PlayStation, we just couldn't, and it took a little bit to polish and finite of getting the system working in general. And I guess like inside a little bit, that was one of the reasons that we pushed back the season a little bit, was to get this done and get this put in, because we know PlayStation guys and Switch guys are missing some of that old content and they want some of that stuff that they didn't have a chance to get. And we really just wanted to give the community a play nice, play fair opportunity of getting that stuff that they may have didn't get back in before. Old school Xbox guys probably have that stuff, or they maybe never got to finish it. So it just gives everyone that ability to say, hey, heck yeah, I want this now. So it was a lot of work and a lot of time, and I'm really proud of the team. And I think like Moof deserves a huge round of applause for like just the grind and the effort he put into getting this feature done. And I can't wait for season 1 to drop, and hopefully I think Pyrit, you guys will have more information of when that will drop officially later on down the road.
Yeah, exactly. I will just follow up on this because there are still some questions about this in the chat. So Daddy Bass 360 is asking, do we have to purchase the legacy seasons if we had purchased the battle pass in that season? This
No.
is a really nice question.
You don't need to. If you had purchased the premium for that season in the past, you will
have it.
have the premium still. Actually, if you had progress in that season in the past, it will carry over and you will just resume where you stopped.
Yep.
Cool. All right. I think that for the beginning, this is pretty solid, but I would also like to jump into some of the questions
Sure.
that we have prepared for today's stream. So I will quickly get to them. As always, we have some questions from Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook. So, let's see. First question is from Reddit. Um, and this one is about elimination and team killing. Can we please find a way to end the team killing in elimination? I won't be reading the whole question. You can see it on the screen. So, guys, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, so we had a bunch of discussion about elimination, and it's true that the game mode is not as fun as it should be, or at
Hmm.
least as fun as we want it to be. And this is, well, very caused by the fact you can kill your teammates, right?
Yeah.
So we are discussing things. We are brainstorming about ideas on how to fix this without, because Vigor is a more authentic game, and so just we need to find the right balance between realism and the balance for the gameplay, right? So we are
Yeah.
thinking a lot about what to do there. We have a bunch of ideas. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that.
And
That's that, right?
it's kind of like on like a little bit of it, and I also want to clarify that me and Johanny are the reasons that meetings run 2 hours long at times. So
Yeah, that's
we
true.
we talk about this stuff in depth, and it's one of those things that's really finding a good balance for it, and also finding a way that it doesn't really affect the gameplay of what Vigor is, because and like Johanny talked about, like a realism balance of like we look at logically and realistically, how does this work in this game? How would it work in our world? We've become very strict on like time frames and just motion mechanics, reloads, just every little things we've now really kind of talked about largely. And I guess like part of the insight is like how do you really negate it, right? It's part of that system of your friend can shoot you in the back, but we do know there are people who make it very a negative experience of you spawn in, the game starts, and then next thing you know you're getting shot in the back by your friend, or not your friend but some random teammate or somebody that's in your group because they want to troll. So we're looking at things to find the best implementation to balance it, but stay tuned, keep an eye, because there is a like I'm saying I'm talking for like 5 minutes now, but this is like the stuff that we go into is like, what about this, how can we balance this side? But there is a couple things that we want to test and we want to try, and I think realistically we want to get in the partners' hands first and have them test it and play it and see how
Yeah.
it works before we really push it out to a build or an update to the community as a whole.
Exactly. Just to be clear, it's not coming in the next update, but we
Yeah.
are looking into it so that it will be in the patch after the next one that you're getting,
Yep.
guys.
All right. Thank you guys for the information. And I have next question for you. This one is also from Reddit. And this is more of like a discussion topic, actually, because this person is asking us about like a lot of people want to turn this game into something that it's not. That like many people think that you can be friendly, scoot and loot, and just shout hello and continue on your looting way. And this person thinks that it's not how you're supposed to play Vigor. So I really wanted to ask your opinion on this because I'm like, for me, it was always that you're supposed to play the game how you want to play it. And
Yep.
I'm really big looter myself. So I actually appreciate those like peaceful interactions when you can just say hi and no one will shoot you right away. So what it's your point of view, guys?
And I guess I'll jump in first here. You're right. I believe in that balance of it's play as you wish, right? It's all about your experience in those encounters in those worlds. If you want to take the chance and wave at somebody carrying an SG-1, that's on you. If you shoot you in the face, that's still on you. But it's one of those things, like I play very tactically, slow paced, methodical. There's all this also other times where I want to run and gun and ambush and be aggressive. So Vigor gives those abilities to play that way. You can be a looter, you can be a scooter, you can be a shooter, or you can be a friendly that just wants to make friends. But I've only seen that work a few times, but I think like it gives you that ability to choose how you want to play. But sometimes being passive is not the best. But I will say running around an encounter with no guns and just having someone shoot at you as you run around a rock is highly entertaining at times. So it's all about your experience and your joy of playing the game. Everybody's different. Some people are achievement hunters, some people are killers, some people are explorers, and some people are just grinders. They want everything they can to get the resources to craft. And I think like Vigor kind of gives you that ability to play each of those styles a little bit.
Exactly. Now you can really embrace it thanks to that magnificent Audi and the bunny ears, right? If you want to play more, how do you say it in English? Peacefully. Well,
Yeah.
now you have
Yep.
the right cosmetics to do so, right?
Oh no, I'm gonna dab on somebody. I'm gonna do like some kind of little emote, like the gun emote in that bunny outfit. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, do we want to jump to more questions? Here we have something from Twitter. And it's the stuff that gets asked a lot, like on every dev stream. So I think that we should cover it today as well.
Hey,
It's
another
basically.
Zane. Sorry.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
noticed it too.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was picking the questions, I had the same thought. It's about explosives, when we want to introduce them into the game, and also when or if we will introduce the ability to drop items, which we already know the answer for, but we should, just answer it once again because players keep asking.
Yeah. So, Zane, do you want to start on this one?
No, I'll let you go, and then you can tag me in at some point, and then
Cool.
we'll.
So yeah, trebles and explosives, we are looking into it. We don't have any ETA to share with you guys, but definitely we are working on it. There is people in the team working on it at this very moment. So it's not coming in the next update for sure, but maybe the next one, maybe the even later. But we are definitely working on that. We want to bring back throwables. We want to bring back grenades. So yeah, we can't share much at the moment about them because it's not ready yet, but we
Yeah.
are working on it, and there is definitely intention from us to put it into the game.
Yeah, and I'll jump in here before someone yells at anyone and freaks out in chat. Slow down, because it's one of those things that was originally in the game way back before the original release, and I think a lot of us hardcore veterans of the game, as fans and players, remember those times. So it's something that was really adamant I wanted to bring. The team has been very passionate about wanting to bring that in. It's just finding the right time and the resources to do it. So realistically, it's not something you're going to see within the next couple of months, but it's something that we are now kind of like designing, prototyping, looking into, kind of working out what's the right way to implement it, because we do see the areas of opportunity in some of those engagements that you do need a throwable of some sort, and it's just finding the right balance for it. So stay tuned, keep an update, but we are talking about it, we are discussing, we are looking at it. But we can't give you an ETA of when, but we do hear you on it, and we want it too. We really want it as well as the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I jump in real quick and just answer one question in chat real fast? 'Cause I see it
Absolutely,
pop up a few
absolutely.
times.
Go ahead.
How many POIs for season 8? Two. There will be 2 loot events in season 8. We have moved from 1 to 2. So those will be spaced out across the map to create more engagements and more moments of kind of loot, shoot, and scoot. We did hear your feedback as a community, and we get it. We get it as a player base. Some people want a couple of different avenues of engagement. So we've moved to 2 loot events and those POIs instead of just the 1. Let us know what you think. I want to hear your feedback on it, because I saw how passionate you were when it went from 3 on the Christmas event to 1. So let us know about the 2. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just saw it a bunch of times. I was like, I better address this now, because if I forget about it, I'll forget about it for the rest of the stream.
No, it's absolutely okay. I was actually about to pick this question as well, because
Awesome.
it actually touches like 2 things. What changes were done in the encounters for the new season? So one you already covered, the change when it comes to the points of interest, and the second one is that the anti-camping mortar strikes will be gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
They didn't really fit it nicely into the game, so yeah, and the feedback was really mixed from the community, so we decided to leave them out.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually had a really good question.
Oh wait,
on our-
we forgot to answer the second question of the second part of the previous question. of
yeah,
dropping
about
items.
dropping
Yeah,
dropping
this one I
items.
think it's easy to answer. We won't support it because, okay, you need to have some kind of feeling of progression. There is already some issues with dupers. We don't want to encourage people to just give out stuff for free, so that's a big nope.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Um, and we already have some feedback on the points of interest in the chat. 2 points is a compromise, but I was happy with just one, to be honest. Well, you know, different people, different play styles, different preferences. We just wanted to like balance it out, so we
Yeah.
decided to go right in the middle, which I think like is the
Yeah,
best way
yeah,
for
sure,
now.
for sure.
But
And
it also. Oh, I apologize. I'm not going to interrupt. Go
go
ahead.
on, go on.
It goes back to one of the topics the questions that was asked by the community earlier. What's your play style, right? How do you play the game? Now, this causes a player or a team to load up and go, okay, cool. We have Bard House, we have Crash Container. There's a locked exit. Okay, we can hit these. We can hit Bard House first and go check locked exit, and then go hit Crash Container, or we can go hit Signal. Now you really have to think out your encounter and how you want to hit those POIs in that game mode, because it could make or break your life or death situation if you don't loot enough resources to get out of that locked exit and it's your only exit. If you wait too late to hit a POI and somebody else grabs it and now you're ambushed because you're late, now it really makes the players think about how they want to engage when they go into these encounters on a completely different level because of the extra POIs. And you're going to see a lot of that where I think your players will pause, hesitate, and go, which one do I want to hit, and then make that move. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, totally
Definitely.
agree.
Yeah. One more thing I want to add about this is that more POIs means that campers have less points where they can camp, because now it will be more difficult to predict for them where players will be going. And thanks to that, I hope we will see like some recrudescence. Is that the word in English? Yeah, probably. Of campers, because now there is more opportunities. It will be harder for them to predict where players will go, and thanks to that, I think camping will be a less strong strategy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we are actually already touching a question that I wanted to really include. This one was posted to Facebook and it's about camping. What is our opinion on camping as a dev team? And also, what is the plan for campers in the future, since we are removing the anti-mortar strikes, if we are going to implement new features, anti-camping features, if we want to step back a little bit, you know.
It's Johnny, do you want to step in, or can I jump in real quick, and then you want to jump in in a sec? Because I just quick thought on it. Camping is a play style. I agree. It's a stealth tactic. Sometimes some players overuse it. We make fun of Kino, who is one of our partners for Vigor, and call him Trino, because he's been notorious to hide in bushes every now and then. So we make fun of him. We have talked internally about different ways to kind of help with the or as I like to call them, bush Wookiees. Situations where players that are just camping in the bushes and not really engaging, but just kind of waiting the entire encounter for that one moment to get that one kill. There's conversations about two different aspects of thought process of how we engage that. I know Johanny has been really passionate about a certain thing he's worked on. I don't think we want to talk about it, but I do know you have a couple of ideas or thoughts of the camping system in general, or just the gameplay itself. But that's kind of where I feel like it's a valid tactic, but there's got to be a way to balance it to give players a kind of heads up, kind of like we see with exits, with the exit, with the birds going off if there's two players in the exit location as you go out. So,
Yeah.
go
Do you
ahead.
want
Sorry.
to add anything?
I think that was pretty comprehensive.
God darn it!
You nailed it.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right. So, what should we cover next? So we covered the new battle pass, the new customizations, new weapon, legacy seasons. What else is new when it comes to season 8? There have been some changes and fixes, also when it comes to animations, for example.
Yeah. There was a huge push on weapon animation, mostly. The weapon handling will look so much better. We have one guy that is in the team very passionate about weapons, and when he saw the status of the weapons in Vigor, he jumped on it and he did a killer job on this. So now you should see more natural movements when handling weapon, more better animations with the weapon in general. So yeah, the weapons, they will look better, definitely. So yeah, and in the full patch note that we will release with the next patch, sorry for this, there you will see how many tweaks and fixes that he has done. So yeah, all of them are listed. So yeah, he has done a killer job.
That's true. I think that we should cover another elephant in the room right now because there have been some messages in the chat about this. We already like touched this a little bit on our last dev stream, and it's the dupers. If we disagree with them, and if we are going to do something about them. So, Zane, do you want to say something?
Again, 14 days ago. Repeat
Yeah,
my last.
again.
Just clip me from last time. No, I'm kidding. No, we're investigating. We're looking into it, and we are taking steps to, once again. And me and Johanny talked about this earlier too. I was like, I didn't want to sound like a broken record, but like, play nice, play fair. Like, go out and teach your friend how to play the game. Don't give them a bunch of stuff and dupe. It's exploiting. It's not cool. Like, you ruin it for everybody else. We are in talks as a team. This is something I think we're all very passionate about, of wanting to find a balance and kind of resolve, because it does ruin those experiences. Johanny, you want to jump in and add anything else? Because I just feel like I'm going to repeat myself.
Two things. So we've been looking at the analytics, and we know exactly who is duping now. So we can see how big of a problem it is in the game, and now we have the right amount of data to understand what's going on with the duping. And so there might be actions, that there will be also tweaks to the game that we will do to prevent this in the future. So don't look at it for next update, but in the update +1 or +2 maybe, there will be changes so that duping will no longer be a valid or won't be like an efficient strategy, right? So we are tackling this from two angles. First, we will change how the game is so that duping is like not interesting anymore, and then the second thing will be that some people will be punished.
Yep. That's a better way of I could said it. I'm like, just don't be a jerk. Like, Wheaton's Law, be cool.
Yeah.
I do see a couple of questions.
Yeah.
I do see a couple of questions. I want to jump in. Vinyl's badge. We are aware of Vinyl's badge. I don't think we have an ETA of when that's going to be fixed or implemented, but we are aware that it is missing a badge for the Vinyl title for collecting that memento. We've had that conversation recently. I see Tacticats talking about the guns look better. How about handling the guns, recoil, bad bloom, and stuff. There is people actually revolving. Words are hard today. Reviewing a lot of stuff with the weapons, the recoil, the gunplay, bloom. I know there's been a lot of conversations about the bloom on certain weapons. A lot of times it comes down to being able to recreate that exact same issue that you are seeing in a live encounter. But we are aware of a lot of the gunplay stuff, and I'm very passionate about gunplay, and I want it to feel smooth and right and just fluid, I guess is the best way to say it. And I keep using that phrase a lot when I talk about gunplay, is like, it's got to feel fluid. So we are aware, we are talking about it, we are looking at it. We just don't expect to see like major sweeping changes in like one update to another, but we are looking at the right way to make those changes to where it doesn't adversely affect an entire community of players, but feels natural in a progression and really makes those guns and those engagements feel worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just had to touch a couple of those. Sorry.
You scratched something, Zane, when you were saying things about like bug reports. Like the communities, you guys are amazing because you tell us about issues, and that's so good. But sometimes it's very difficult to action it, because what we absolutely need when we want to fix a bug is that we need clear reproduction steps, right? Because if we are not able to reproduce the bug 100%, like when we do a bunch of actions in the game, and if we cannot reproduce the bug, it's very difficult to fix for us. So yeah, when you're raising issues, feel free to give as many details as you can. If some issues are specific to some weapons, to some step of actions, definitely share them with us, because that's just that's the way. And usually the process when you report bugs is that first the community manager, thank you Pyrit, and Janet, they are taking like the bug reports from the community, then they are handing it to QA, and so our QA department is trying to find reproduction steps, right? But we can actually gain time when fixing bugs if you guys are already like looking at them, trying to find them and sharing them with us. And this way, it will be even faster for us to fix the issues, because we know exactly what to do in the game to create the problem, and then we can address it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Like videos, screenshots, all of this works the best when it comes to reporting issues.
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you, Johanny. This was really, really good question to answer, actually. Cool. I have a few quick questions from Twitter and so on, so we will just jump into them. I love the cosmetics in the game, and I would love to see more sport-themed cosmetics. First of all, thank you, and we are always working on more customizations.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I'm not like exactly sure about like the sports stuff, but we can definitely discuss it and try to include more of it in the game.
Yeah.
I asked for more pink, and I got a pink hoodie. So no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So just get Zane to ask for it, and it will happen.
Shoot me all your shoot. No, please don't. Like, yeah, at me, sure, fine. I may laugh and giggle, but I do read a lot. I listen to a lot of the feedback the community gives in streams. I look at a lot of the conversations. Reddit is not my bag where I hang out, mostly because I end up in like alien conspiracies and stuff like that. It's a black hole of just weirdness for me in Reddit, but I do read a lot of the conversations on socials, and listen on the streams. So I hear a lot of the conversation. I think one of the biggest things I heard for a while was like, there's not enough bright colors in a sense. I was like, well, you know what? It's a looter shooter survival, but you make sense. Like, we're post-apocalyptic. I would find a pink, like, bright neon outfit somewhere from the 80s, like a windbreaker. It's got to be somewhere. So I understand a lot of that concept, and I get the sports gear. The hard part with sports gear as well is like we have hockey masks, hockey helmets currently in the game right now. I don't remember off the top of my head if we have jerseys, but when you start looking at jerseys, you got to be careful with like copyright infringement, trademarks, like so. But a lot of us are sports fans. I'm a huge basketball and NASCAR junkie, so I get that aspect. But we kind of put some stuff in there already, but like I get it. Somebody wants to make a football guy and wear a football helmet. I understand. You want to be able to tackle someone. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I do love a lot of the cosmetic feedback that our community gives. Some of it is really interesting. So I apologize for jumping in there.
No, it's okay. And I will jump to the next question. Any new game modes in making or limited time modes coming with Season 8?
No.
No,
Not with
it's
Season
the
8.
short answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the short answer, right? There is no new game modes. We are focusing mainly on fixing the existing ones. I'm not sure that there is meaningful fixes to the existing game modes that are shipping with the next update, but we are working on it, and it will come in a later patch. So yeah, there is efforts done to improve this, like the stability, like bring on par the stability of all game modes, because in my opinion, like that's something that's not good, that the experience is inconsistent between game modes. So we are first looking into addressing this. Yeah, speaking of that, one of the big fixes that is coming with next release is the invisibility glitch. It's gone. It was fixed. It was a bug in the replication logic. And yeah, so this is definitely coming into the next update. So you will stop seeing invisible players in shootout. Actually, the issue was also impacting other game modes, but to a lesser degree, because you see less people in, well, at least in Encounter. Anyway, so yeah, that's one of the fixes that I'm super happy that we managed to put into that update, and there will be more to come in the upcoming updates, because I really focus on this, on the quality of the game. That's one of the most important thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and about the original question of will we put new game modes, we never know. We are brainstorming ideas in the team, and so yeah, we are always on the lookout to add something new to the game. So maybe it will be new map, maybe it will be a new game mode. We don't know yet. We cannot share it just yet.
Yeah, nothing that we're willing to just like confirm or be like, yes, this is it, because there's been a lot of conversations in the past. Oh my god, it's close to a year that I've been on the team. That's so weird to think about, but in the past year almost of different ideas and concepts for game modes, different kind of maps, concepts. There's a lot of stuff the team is working on a lot of those angles, but nothing where we've said, yes, this is what we want for this vision or for this idea. right now, still, like Johanny said, that focus is on polishing the current eliminations, encounters, and shootout to make sure those are polished and well before we start adding on to another game mode onto those three.
Can I jump to one of the questions in the chat?
You absolutely can. I also have one I
Yes.
want to answer.
I see that Smith Dizzy said something about the reticle changing sizes. It's not coming in the next update, but our QA department managed to finally reproduce that bug, so we'll have someone look at it very soon. So it will be in one of the upcoming updates. I know this issue has been in the game for a long time, and I've seen you guys from the community complaining about it kind of often. Yeah. So yeah, definitely it's coming. And if it happens to you in encounter, the workaround you can do just now is to just melee attack, and it will reset the reticle, right? So share that with others, so that at least this is less of a pain. And yeah, we will address it soon.
Yeah. And that's the hard part. And sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, one of our partners, like G40, would bring up that issue a lot of the times, and it's like, hey, it's having a hard time recreating this, being able to reproduce it. Can you show us? And I would say, like, even I had rare instances where it would only happen like once in like a 20 games for me, like in like release candidate, like actually in the wild with the community. So it was so hard, but I'm glad that we're able to find that and try to fix that, because I think a lot of people and a lot of our shooters and our PvPers are going to love that once that's actually resolved. So, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Cool. Can I just quickly also jump in with one question from the chat that I really like? Freaky Morin is asking, will Season 8 last as long as the extended Season 7 right from the start? And I think that this is a really good topic to touch, since we want to change like a little bit the dynamics of the Battle Pass seasons, also with the new Legacy seasons and stuff like that. So I think that we can definitely touch a bit on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a sense, you're going to start seeing longer and longer seasons, right? And the reason is that's going to hopefully give us some time. And I wouldn't say, oh, God, it's so hard to really quantify an answer there, because there's so many working parts to that. But yeah, in a sense, you're going to see longer seasons. But the supplement to that is also legacy seasons that bring those out and dropping those in a timely manner. And I think part of the other piece of it is we as a team are really dedicated to community events of some sort. And one of the things I mentioned earlier in the week, and we talked about last week with me and Johanny, is wanting to do a double XP weekend at the start of the season, find something cool to do at the end of the season, and also bring something in for us to kind of like play with you guys and be engaged like we are with these dev streams, but more in the encounters and actually shooting, looting, and hopefully running for my life. But we want to find these moments to really extend the seasons and engage, to give our team enough time to really put the polish and work on these big ticket features that we have in line, that we've kind of planned out for the next 12 to 8 months, that we really want to get done. And that's going to give us those times. The legacy seasons will give you play times to come in, grind stuff out, and play stuff that you may have missed and never wanted, like we talked about earlier. So that's where you're going to see the extension of those seasons. But it's not going to be in a situation where it's going to be a last-second notification. Where I'm really passionate and wanting to really work on the transparency and communication of if a season will be extended, when we'll look at dropping a new season, kind of like we're doing now. We had a stream 2 weeks ago. We talked about it a little bit. Here we are, right before the release happens, and we're talking about it again, about the new season. So we want to put more transparency and clarity on what's coming with those new updates and when they will be coming. But look for more extensions and longer season times, just to give the team more time to polish and design and finish out those features, because we hate delays. I think it's the biggest complaint we have as a team. It's like, we gotta delay the update. Oh, do we have to? Yes. Okay. When can we get it out sooner? So, and this will give that team the ability to push that, to make those deadlines and really get the game right the first time, instead of having those moments where we feel like we missed the mark internally and externally. That was a lot. I'm so sorry. That's what happens when I take 3 migraine pills. It's
important to be said.
Exactly. It needs to be said. And we also kind of touched some of the things that I have in the next question, this time from Twitter. Even like last time, we were talking about the Battle Pass, how many people are already at level 50, and we mentioned that a really small number of players is at that level, around 3%, which can change a little bit as the season comes to an end. Also, right now we are after the double XP weekend. But this question is about how do we feel about XPs, the grind for the battle pass, if we feel like we need to change anything and stuff like that. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, so there is some XP rebalancing coming with Season 8, definitely. We noticed that players were uh, holding on crates and opening them on the Battle Pass day, and this is not something we want to encourage because it's not very fun. And I've seen some people saying that the Battle Pass is too easy, and I think this is one of the reasons because opening crates it's a passive activity in the game, and it's already rerunning in its own because it's giving you new items, and the amount of XP that it's giving is too big. So yeah, there is a nerf coming to this. So yeah, be expected, and we are doing it because it's necessary. Like the vast majority of the XP gained from players during last season were coming from the crates, and yeah, this is not a playstyle that we want to encourage because it's not like you're not having fun when you're doing this, right? It's kind of a car, and this is not fun. So that's one of the things that's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, and part of it, I wouldn't say it's a huge nerf. I'd say like there's a big uh, XP overhaul as a team that we want to do for the game itself. We realize there's certain things that don't feel as rewarding, and I guess one of them could be talked about like lone wolf, right? Lone wolf at points doesn't feel like it gives you that XP for taking on a 3-man team and surviving, or maybe going into an encounter and getting threat by yourself and killing 6 people. So there are those moments where it feels like we're missing some of those areas of opportunity. The other part of it was like with crates, players were hoarding and stacking and never really going into encounters, but just burning everything they had and going, cool, I'm 50 now. And that's not part of the game, right? That's not what those crates were intended for. Those crates were intended to be a reward for going out in those encounters. And that's kind of what we want to put that focus on is you got to go out there, you got to get those crates, you got to really earn those rewards to get to those levels and do those events, looting, shooting, surviving, to really progress through those battle passes and get that XP, because passive XP is fun, but it's not really it's not the end goal of the game. It's a nice added, like I'm taking a break for a moment, maybe I'm hanging out with my buddy, having a drink, eating a sandwich. But really, that XP is meant for those encounters and those when you're in those moments of stress and fear and fighting for your life to get that airdrop out of there.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, along with this, Zane already said it, but yeah, so there will be some rebalance to the XP in Season 8, and we will also complement the season with more double XP weekends.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, we will plan a double XP weekend for the first weekend after the update, so next week actually. And then there will be more during the season.
I'm the 1993, 1994 no staring champion, guys. That's why I don't blink. I just got those
Oh
skills.
yeah, those comments again. For the next time, we will really need to get you a webcam, man.
Yeah.
So because like the
Yeah.
players are starting to doubt if you're even real and you're
not, I'm
not
a
some
robot,
kind
I'm
of
an
AI.
It's
I
just
am an
very
AI.
advanced AI speaking to me.
Alrighty. We have one question from YouTube. Awesome Kike is asking, are you guys thinking of adding that feature that if you escape through an exit, you can choose whether you want to exit the encounter or enter spectator mode?
That's the first time I hear that, and it sounds nice.
It sounds nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also first time for me. I haven't seen this one too many times in the community.
Yeah.
Cool question and great idea. We will see what
I
we
guess
can
we
do.
can discuss it more
Yeah,
later
exactly.
and eventually add it to the game.
Cool. So we have about 10 minutes left for this stream, so we will quickly jump through some of the last questions.
Oh yeah, there is 2 questions that are
You
important
wanna-
that I want to address still.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
ask. Yeah, if you want to take care of it, dude, do what you do.
Okay, so does Vigor use dedicated servers or just client to client?
we have dedicated servers. You may not believe it, but we do. Okay, and those servers, they are even. We have different servers for different regions, right? So we have servers all around the globe, so that we minimize the latency for you guys when you play. It might not always feel like it, and this is an issue that I hear from the community, and I am looking into this issue, trying to understand it, implementing some changes into our server so that I will finally get some meaningful data about this to see how widespread that issue is. And so, yeah, I'm looking into it and, yeah, expect it to become better. We have dedicated servers. They are already dispatched around the globe. And, yeah, our matchmaking server is making sure that you always connect to the server that has the lowest latency for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
For the explanation. Cool. And the next question that you wanted to cover was about what exactly?
Yeah,
what do
the
we
trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I have it here somewhere. Yeah, here it
Yes.
is. Okay, so,
So-
word on the traveler glitch.
Yeah. I made a wrong assumption with during season 6, right? Because that trophy was unobtainable, and okay, the progress that you are having with that trophy is saved in your local save, and because of the crashes we had on PlayStation, the save was getting corrupted, and because of this it was very difficult to progress in that trophy. And so we fixed 2 bugs for season 7. Well, first we hotfixed the crashes on PlayStation, and then that should have helped, in my opinion, with that bug. And then the second issue was the corruption of saves, and this was also addressed. There was some race condition in the code that was ending up corrupting the save file on PlayStation only. And this is also fixed in season 7. So for me, this issue should have been fixed, and I was checking just today how it's going with the trophies on PlayStation, how many players got the trophies, and this one clearly still has an issue because almost no one has it. So we will be looking into it. It's not coming into season 8 because it was brought up to my attention just today, but we will look into it and try to fix it as soon as possible.
All right, thank you. Nice. So we still have a few minutes to go. Zane, Johanny, is there something else you would like to cover today? Something that comes to your mind that we haven't answered yet?
God, I do want to just. I'm looking through chat and while Johanny was talking and kind of explaining the trophies. So one thing I do want to point out, rarity. We are reviewing weapon rarities. The first changes is the Raffica. Raffica has been changed in the rarity. And there was concerns with the resources that the Raffica gave out. It should not be a bloated amount, so people that are hoarding these and thinking that they're going to get so many materials back, think realistically. That's all I'm going to say. Don't think you're going to make your bank by holding off to a bunch of Rafficas, but you do got some really cool guns. So Raffica's changed a little bit in the weapon, the handling, and how it shoots, and the recoil. So players are going to have to get used to that adjustment in the game. There was a couple other questions about how will the legacy seasons release when season 8 goes live. There won't be any legacy seasons listed in there. Stay tuned, as we talked about earlier, and then Pyrit and the community team will have more information on what will release, how it's releasing, and how to gain access to that content. Hopefully soon. I think you guys are actually working on getting that information, putting all that stuff together, I think.
Yeah, we are.
And then there was one other one I wanted to grab real quick. There's 2. One was shootouts, shootout maps. We've actually had this in conversation internally about looking at ways to update and change shootout maps a little bit. I think Johanny's brought it up a few times. We've kind of discussed it briefly. So it is on our radar, but we have not sat down and really invested any time or discussions into it in depth. But we are aware of it. We are thinking about it as well. Just no ETA, no real decision on what happens, but we want it as players as well. So hopefully we'll have more information, but we hear you on that. And I think that was all I saw for right now, unless something else comes at me as I'm looking through chat again. Sorry.
Yeah, there is one question that gets repeated a lot. It's are there more achievements and trophies coming their way or not in the future?
In the future, possibly.
Yeah.
Right now in this update, no. But in the future, there are things that we've talked about internally that we want to really do to kind of put that focus on the player and that experience of, you're part of this world. And I always like the idea of really earning something that nobody else has because you put that time and investment into it. So keep an eye out. We'll have more updates as we go through the coming months and updates, but nothing right now. But it is something that we've talked about and we're kind of aware of the community's looking for. Like we talked about, the vinyl trophies or vinyl mementos are missing a title itself. So, and you see the cool shiny that we're putting on the new titles. Like look at this season's title itself, it's so shiny and new. Look at Mercenaries with like the chameleon style of the titles. So we are putting a lot of investment in those cool shinies, but we got to find the right ways to implement them and the right titles to put in there, because you don't want to put something that's just like be a cool friend. Well, actually I would actually like that title, I'm just kidding, but something that's just doesn't really have value to it. We want to make sure that these titles have a worth and a value to them and they make sense in our game.
Nice, thank you, Zane.
Yeah, sorry.
And we have only 3 minutes remaining. And there was a really good comment on Facebook. It's not exactly a question, but it was really nice because it's covering many things that we actually want to look into. So Martin is saying that in his opinion, the game doesn't need any aesthetic changes. Instead, he would like to see some refinement, more accurate motion controls, reworked camping system, improved weapon mechanics, and so on. And I think that this is all something that we want to eventually look into.
Yeah, definitely. We are looking into improving the core of the game, meaning that we are less frenetic. No, that's not the word. It's all right. I find another one. But yeah,
Frantic?
We are slowing down the pace of the new content, the new maps, the new weapons even, because we are looking at fixing the core, making sure that when you go to encounters, it's a satisfying experience. And yeah, most of the time it can end up being quite frustrating because there is issues and things like this. So this is what we are looking at the moment. And because of this, we are slowing down on the content. So we are always fixing bugs. We will be adding new things to the game, obviously, but at a slower pace, because we are looking into the performance, the issues, fixing the bugs, especially the long-standing issues like the crosshair that was mentioned.
Exactly, yeah.
Things like this. The invisible glitch, which will be fixed next update. I repeat myself, but that's a cool thing.
Yeah, and you kind of hit it. Like that's the biggest thing about these, and we talked about it last stream too. Is less weapons you're going to see go in, more polish on features, maybe less feature sets. You've slowly seen that over the past couple of months with the last, say, 3-4 seasons, where the feature sets have been smaller, but we've really tried to put something in there that was worth value and was a little polished. Like I mentioned last time, I felt like I take the blame of I feel like we missed a mark on some things, but we've turned around and really improved them. But this is what we want to do, is really polish on the things we have in the game and optimization. I think Johanny is the king of optimization on the team, because there is at least not a week goes by without the word optimization comes out of his mouth. And he's very passionate about it. He wants no, it's good, because we want the game to be optimized. We want it to be smooth. That means it's a better experience for a player going into those encounters. I think, and this is probably something a lot of the community don't know, is you put so much effort and time in trying to fix the blue screen stuff, like tracking it, resolving it, figuring out what was causing those issues on PlayStation to get that fix in.
Yeah.
So a lot of the community doesn't get to see that aspect from behind closed doors, but this guy was a champion of we got to get this fixed. This is what we're finding. What are we doing? When can we push this update? So it's he is a player and an advocate for the players all in the same time, and it's amazing to see. But he is really focused on the optimization and really polishing this game, and the conversation he has. I thought I was long-winded like I am now, but put us together like I talked about, we can talk about the game and ideas for 2-3 hours and still have ideas and hopes and dreams for it. So I'm amazing that this guy's on the team, and just the passion and energy. Please chat. No, I'm giving you your kudos. You're on stream, and we begged you to be on stream. I'm doing it now. But he's amazing. So enough gloating here. Enough. Giving you praise. But he's awesome. So I really thank you for the time and effort and the optimization side of it. So keep an eye out, because that's his baby. That's what he wants, his optimized game, and I believe in it too. So that's why you're going to see less features and more optimizations. And there's a lot of stuff in the works that hopefully we'll see in the next couple of updates, maybe next update down the road, 8.1, 8.2, whatever it may be, maybe 9.0, whatever the update might be, where you'll see some of those optimization changes and that polish that we've been talking about, and really making those encounters meaningful, those shootouts meaningful, and those eliminations really fun with you and your friends.
Yeah,
And when I went over, I'm so sorry. Also, I love my partners. Thank you, partners, for Vigor. Vigor, you guys are amazing. I know that you guys are very angry at times and scream at me in encounters and in games, but I love the feedback, so please keep it coming. And thank you for all you that you do for this game.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more with everything you have said. I have one last question. It's actually from our partner. Kathy Rocks is asking if we can add kiss emote and high five emote. I really like the idea. We will pass it on to the team and we will see what we can do because like
Yeah.
there haven't been like any new emotes for a long time now.
And there is a very good reason for that.
Okay.
The reason is that we have a shortage of animators in the team, so it's very like we cannot add new emotes because well, it's basically an animation that we're playing in the game, right? And we have a shortage of animators that are able to work on the game. We are trying to solve that from a producing perspective, so it might get better. There will be some tweaks to character animations in the future, but I cannot disclose more information. But yeah, basically that. We would love to add more emotes. At the moment, we don't have the right people to do so in the team, so yeah, that's just how it is. And we are trying to fix that issue, and it's so yeah. Well, if you want to see new emotes, well, send and animation. Well, send your resume, right?
Exactly. Send your resume if you're an animator. We are waiting. All right. I think that was all for the questions, for the new stuff ready for season 8. I'm sure that we haven't covered everything, but our partners right now are able to stream the update preview, so stay tuned for that. We will be sharing the videos and streams, so you will have more sneak peeks coming your way in the upcoming week before the update goes live. Thank you again for watching today, guys. Big thanks to my hosts, Johanny and Zane.
Sure, anytime. That was fun.
Yeah, always a blast. I'm sorry I rambled.
And no, like you guys have really good points, and some questions really like need to be answered properly because like
Yeah.
players do not see what is going on behind the scenes and what is the reasoning behind a lot of decisions. So it's really important to explain it in depth, and you are doing an amazing job.
I wish I could talk about all of it. I really do, but I know there will be a blow dart in my neck, and I'll be unconscious in 2 minutes. So I have to be careful what I talk about. But I do wish I could talk about everything.
We all wish.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks again for watching today. Check our website and our social media for the latest news, and see you on the next stream. Bye, guys.
Bye.